What is the principle of least privilege, POLP? The principle of least privilege, POLP, is an information security concept that states that every user, process, or program should have only the minimum level of access or permissions needed to perform its legitimate purpose. This principle aims to reduce the risk of unauthorized or malicious actions, such as data breaches, system crashes, or insider threats, by limiting the scope and impact of each access. The POLP is widely recognized as a cybersecurity best practice and a core component of zero-trust security models. Some examples of applying the POLP are: giving a backup user account only the rights to run backup and backup-related applications, and blocking any other privileges, such as installing new software. Requiring a personal computer user to work in a normal user account, and opening a privileged, password-protected account only when absolutely necessary. Setting up connections in a network one at a time and regularly re-authenticating them, instead of allowing access to everything connected to a virtual private network, VPN. In an interconnected world where cyber threats evolve at lightning speed, organizations must adopt a proactive approach to safeguarding their critical assets. The principle of least privilege, POLP, serves as a fundamental pillar of robust cybersecurity, dictating that every user, entity, and application should only possess the absolute minimum permissions necessary to complete their intended tasks. The principle of least privilege is also becoming inseparable from the concept of Zero-Trust Network Access, ZTNA 2.0. This enhanced ZTNA model moves beyond network-level constructs to enforce granular access control for applications and functions. Instead of giving users a wide swath of network access and expecting firewalls to do the heavy lifting, ZTNA 2.0 combined with POLP ensures only the exact access required is granted, even if an application uses dynamic ports or obscure methods to communicate. This is a game changer, allowing administrators to implement extremely fine-grained controls for maximum security. Why is POLP vital to cybersecurity? The applications of POLP extend far beyond the simple idea of restricting user permissions. Here's a look at various realms where POLP delivers benefits. Attack surface reduction. Every unnecessary privilege is an opportunity. Minimizing privileged accounts, meticulously segmenting networks, and rigorously enforcing application permissions dramatically shrinks the number of access points attackers can exploit. Think of it like reducing the number of windows and doors on a house. A burglar has fewer ways to break in. Similarly, each administrative account that you eliminate and every overly permissive application that you control represents a closed door to threat actors. Malware containment. Limiting the blast radius. If a low-level account or piece of software is compromised, POLP prevents the attacker from leveraging those limited privileges to move horizontally throughout your network. Network segmentation acts like firewalls within your internal environment, slowing down the spread of malware and buying your security team valuable time to isolate and remediate the infected system. Compromises are inevitable, but with POLP, they are easier to control. Compliance alignment, proving your commitment to security. Many regulatory frameworks, HIPAA, PCI DSS, GDPR, etc., place strong emphasis on access controls, data protection, and limiting potential impact from breaches. Adhering to the spirit of POLP and showcasing robust access management processes offers tangible evidence to both auditors and clients that your organization prioritizes data security. It also makes responding to incidents simpler, as clear lines of responsibility are built into your infrastructure due to POLP. Operational stability, preventing outages. When users possess excess privileges that extend beyond their daily tasks, they have more scope to perform unintentional actions that lead to negative consequences. A strict POLP regimen lessens the chance of someone accidentally modifying crucial system settings, deleting vital data, or installing unapproved software that introduces conflicts or hidden vulnerabilities. Ultimately, this keeps your operational environment more stable and reduces the load on support teams. How to implement POLP. 1. Conduct a privilege audit. Create a baseline mapping of every user account, service account, application, and system-level API with their associated permissions or roles. Understand which components have excessive access rights or no longer perform critical functions. Scripting. Develop scripts, e.g., PowerShell, Python, to pull, inventory, and pass permissions from directories, Active Directory, LDAP, configuration files, and databases. Automation tools. Consider using vulnerability scanners or specialized privileged access management (PAM) solutions to facilitate automated audits. 2. Start all accounts with least privilege. Establish a zero-trust policy where no new entity begins with broad permissions. Only grant additional rights after justification and approval. Provisioning scripts. When creating new user accounts, application access, or services, use templates and default security settings that have the minimum set of necessary permissions. Role-based access control, RBAC. Design RBAC models tied to job functions. New entities are assigned to these roles, inheriting appropriate privileges by default. 3. Enforce the separation of privileges. Prevent a single compromised account from having keys to the entire kingdom. Keep administrative users, standard users, and system functions isolated as much as possible. User accounts. Ensure clear separation between local machine admin rights and regular user accounts on endpoints. Application isolation. Leverage containers or virtualization where feasible to compartmentalize software, reducing interdependency and the chance of widespread impact from a single exploit. 4. Use just-in-time privileges. Elevate privileges on a temporary basis only, making administrative access the exception, not the norm. PAM solutions. PAM software often can rotate credentials, issue time-limited tokens, and monitor privileged sessions in real time. Workflow automation. Build, request for access, workflows that trigger review processes and require approval by management before privileged actions are allowed. 5. Make individual actions traceable. Enable tracking and forensic analysis to understand who changed what and when, especially for privileged actions. Robust logging. Ensure security logs are centralized, tamper-resistant, and record key events with sufficient detail, user, actions, targets, time. SIEM and analytics. Use security information and event management (SIEM) systems to filter and correlate logs, aiding in incident response and proactive anomaly detection. 6. Make it regular. Avoid permission creep over time. Prioritize reviewing privileges at least quarterly, annually, and following job function or project end dates. Reminder systems. Automate notifications for upcoming access reviews or set automatic expiration rules to force regular re-justification of access. Reporting. Build dashboard features into PAM tools or log analysis systems to visualize changes in privileged accounts over time.